when a series of deadly shootings rocked Birmingham, Alabama. In September 2024, no one could have foreseen the chaos that would unfold. Damien Laron McDaniel III, a 22-year-old suspected spree killer, left a trail of death in just 4 days, sending shockwaves through the community and raising chilling questions about what led to these brutal attacks. Birmingham was gripped by fear when McDaniel's violent spree began on September 19th with the murder of 35-year-old Diantrant Tiny Brown, a single mother who was gunned down in cold blood. The reasons behind her death remain unclear, but it marked the start of a horrifying string of killings that would spiral out of control in the days to follow. Just 2 days later, on September 21st, McDaniel and 3 accomplices, identified as DeMarco Beck Jr., ny'quan Lawler, and Larry Rollins Jr., launched a mass shooting at Birmingham's Hush Lounge, a popular nightlife spot. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. The carnage was swift and merciless, leaving 4 people dead and 17 others injured in what authorities described as a targeted hit. It wasn't a random act of violence, but a calculated attack meant to settle scores in what appeared to be a murder-for-hire plot. Among the victims were Anitra Holloman, Taj Booker, Roderick Lynn Patterson Jr., and Carlos McCain. Holloman and Booker had no criminal histories, yet they were caught in the crossfire. Holloman's life had already been touched by tragedy. Her boyfriend, Demetrius Silliman Jr., was found shot to death in October 2022, a case that remains unsolved. Booker's tragic end came despite being an innocent bystander to the violent world around him. However, Patterson and McCain were no strangers to the darker side of Birmingham streets. Both men had previously faced murder charges and were later acquitted. Patterson had been involved in the 2021 killing of 20-year-old Dentarius Maurice Jackson, a case that fell apart due to uncooperative witnesses. McCain, meanwhile, had been acquitted for the 2017 shooting death of a 15-year-old high school student, Kelvin Julius, which was reportedly in retaliation for another shooting in 2015. Just 1 day after the Hush Lounge massacre. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. On September 22nd, McDaniel struck again. This time, he was charged with the murder of 32-year-old Jamarcus McIntyre, who was gunned down in a nearby neighborhood. McIntyre's death added another grim chapter to the spree, though police have yet to establish a direct link between his killing and the Hush Lounge attack. Once again, McDaniel acted alongside his accomplices, though only he was charged in McIntyre's death. The spree killing shook the city, raising critical questions about what could have driven McDaniel and his co-conspirators to embark on such a brutal rampage. Birmingham Police Chief Scott Thurman noted that while McDaniel has been charged in all 3 cases, the investigation remains ongoing. Authorities believe that more details will emerge as the case heads to court, but for now, the community is left reeling from the violence. Local leaders, including Birmingham Mayor Randall Woodfin, expressed their outrage and vowed to deliver justice for the victims.
Approximately 21 people were shot. 4 of those are deceased. They were taken to various hospitals.
The number of hours that have been put into this investigation is astronomical. But I really applaud the men and women who stepped up to the plate to get it done. I mean, they've worked day and night for 3.5 weeks at this point. There is a tremendous amount of man and woman power that were put into these investigations. And this is just one step in moving forward. There's a lot more to come in these investigations as we prepare for court and other things. It's tremendous. I mean, we've got six people who lost their life, not to mention 17 people who were injured in the mass shooting in 5 Point South Entertainment District. It's tremendous for our community, for our city, for our business owners, for our law enforcement. I mean,
safer, absolutely. Anytime we can take 1 killer off the street, that makes us safer. We've taken several killers off the street in the form of arrest. There's still a open investigation. There's still a process going through the courts, but absolutely safer.
After the horrific shooting at 5 Point South, we vowed that our priority would be to find, capture, and arrest every person responsible for this heinous and brazen mass shooting, Mayor Woodfin stated. True to his word, McDaniel and his associates were swiftly apprehended, bringing a sense of relief to a city shaken by the spree. While the arrests mark a significant step toward justice, Birmingham remains on edge. The motive for the attacks is still murky, and the connection between the victims unclear. Were these shootings fueled by a gang war, or was something else at play? As the investigation continues, the families of the victims are left to grapple with their losses, and a community struggles to heal from the scars of a spree that brought fear and violence to their doorsteps. For now, Damien Laron McDaniel III awaits his day in court, where he will face charges of capital murder, along with 17 counts of first-degree assault. His spree of violence may be over, but the echoes of his crimes will linger in Birmingham for years to come. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos.